Hey y'all, welcome back to my video. If this is your first time on my channel, please don't make it your last. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting me. So, like today, I wanted to show you guys some ingredients like a tea that will bust hair shedding. Like if you're experiencing hair loss, male pattern baldness, like early stages of this, or your hair just sheds excessively every time you put your hand in your hair, your hair is everywhere, then you might want to, take a leaf. I'm going to be explaining the ingredients and why I'm actually using them in this particular tea and their benefits to our hair as regards, stopping hair loss and hair fall. So if this is something you're interested in, please sit down and enjoy the ride while we make this tea, okay? So the ingredients lists are really simple. There's something that it's readily available. So I started with a pack of green tea, and then I put in a spoon of coffee. You can use any coffee of your choice. And I added in some rosemary, and I added in some fenugreek, and then the last thing I added was some orange peel powder. So I'm going to be explaining the benefits of this to our hair and how it actually just helps to promote healthy hair growth from the root, and also most especially stop hair fall. This combo is magic in a bottle, right? So you could just let it put in your water, hot water, and allow it to steep. So ingredient here is green tea. Green tea is rich in antioxidants, is an anti-inflammatory tea or substance. Is actually very rich in polyphenols, you know, and is also rich in B vitamins. And like the anti-inflammatory nature of green tea, can reduce dandruff, which also causes itchy scalp and leads to severe hair loss. It also reduces the bacteria and fungal growth from our scalp. Like it prevents bacteria and fungal growth from our scalp. It just keeps your scalp clean, and a clean scalp is actually a better environment for great hair to grow out and thrive, and for the pre-existing hair to stay and not fall. And because of the antioxidant nature of green tea, it helps to combat the DHT, which is responsible for hair loss. And since it's rich in polyphenols, it helps to strengthen your hair roots and activate new hair follicles. And because of the B vitamins in green tea, you know, it's so helpful in getting rid of split ends and just overall keeping your hair healthy. The next ingredient is coffee. Coffee is known to restore hair growth, promote softer and shinier hair, and naturally gets rid of gray hairs. But when it comes to stopping hair fall, the caffeine in coffee has been found to actually block the DHT, which is the male sex hormone that typically causes male pattern baldness and hair loss. So, and also coffee is also has an antioxidant property which helps to revive dry brittle hair and just overall strengthens our hair and promotes hair regeneration. So why not? The next ingredient is rosemary, and this herb needs no introduction. Like rosemary is like the new rice water in the hair community. It's actually very gentle and effective and incredibly good for our hair. It mitigates hair loss and stimulates growth with every use. People use rosemary for hair growth and to lessen the extent of hair loss. So, whether this is due to the effect of aging or as a result of an like overuse of chemicals. Rosemary is very beneficial in stopping the male pattern baldness. So it blocks out the DHT hormone again, which causes the increased hair loss and the baldness that results from it. And it also reduces hair loss and thinning. So overall, rosemary is actually very good for our hair. In fact, it's making its rounds, both the oil, and you can, like I did in this video, you can just add it to your tea and just to get all the benefits really. So the next ingredient I added is fenugreek, and if you've been on this channel long enough, you should know that this is not new to this channel. I actually just love fenugreek in my DIYs and all of that. Fenugreek is very, very beneficial. It conditions the hair. It has great mucilage for added sleep when you're trying to detangle your hair, or if you use it in a mat. Like, it just, the overall feel and texture is crazy. But fenugreek, as it relates to hair loss, it actually prevents the attachment of DHT to our hair follicles. So because every time the DHT attaches to the hair follicles, sooner or later what you see is just hair loss and the baldness over time. So fenugreek actually slows down the ability of DHT to attach to the hair follicles. It keeps the hair super moisturized and strengthens the root of your hair. It's actually quite strengthening. As much as it's moisturizing, it's also really strengthening, and thereby just strengthening your hair follicles so that they're not falling all the time really. So for me, fenugreek is an amazing herb. I love to use it in everything. I even consume it orally, so you might want to add that. It's a love story, baby, just say yes. Yeah, so the last ingredient I added is orange powder, and oranges are a great source of vitamin E and antioxidants, and it actually provides conditioning effects for your hair. In addition, it fights dandruff, which we know that when there's dandruff on our scalp, it can lead to itchiness and hair loss. So the vitamin C content and its strong cleansing properties helps to fight stubborn dandruff and relieves us from an itchy scalp. So adding orange to this tea was actually just something that boosted the entire thing and took it to the next level. So also, orange and its antioxidants and other nutrients in it play a major role in facilitating our hair growth. The antioxidant properties of oranges fights off free radicals and prevents the damage that hair goes through and boosts our hair growth. Also, oranges contain vitamins, vitamin B12 and vitamin E, and this also helps to further repair damaged hair follicles, and also facilitates stronger roots and better hair growth. So oranges can also help to give you smooth, shiny and voluminous hair. So I actually just loved the overall effect of adding all these ingredients into one combo. And what better time to do this other than when I had carried a protective hairstyle for like a month. And I was just a bit skeptical on what the experience would be like taking it down. So I needed to ensure that I wasn't going to lose a lot of hair, and you're going to see the amount of hair I lost at the end of this whole process. And that's, I like I always say, disclaimer, I did not in any way, shape or form properly detangle my hair, but I just did like a finger detangling, so removing the shed hair. But I like to show the amount of hair that I shed on these days, because as opposed to other times, even when I just do those finger detangling, I still used to lose more hair than what I do right now. So seeing the amount of hair that comes out of my scalp even after wearing a protective style for like an entire month, you know, like in this particular style, I didn't have the opportunity to actually just, take it down and redo it, except for the front, which they did, and there wasn't really a lot of hair shedding. So, seeing that hair at the end of the day was really encouraging. I was praying on this even during my wear. I was also using the scalp sprit, and my hair looks really healthy. The bangs are really growing out. In fact, they are growing past my chin at this point. I'm so happy. My hair, the scalp is clean even after a month. The hair is pretty healthy, and because it's been away and tucked away in the mini braids for an entire month, I decided that I was going to give it a treat, of which really at this point always like to give my hair a treat. So it's not like it's a special thing for me to do at this time, but I really wanted to boost the moisture. And it's been, like I did this for after the treatment, which you're going to see very shortly. Me waxing up my treatment. I have a video of that in my channel where I used it previously for my daughter, and this is my daughter here. She on this day, like, she had actually been very ill, and it was a couple days before her 7th birthday, and there has been a lot of battles over her health, but God came through for us. In fact, we stood on our authority as believers, and we rebuked that sickness, and it had to go. So thank God for that. Thank God for that, really, because it was so she lost so much weight. She wasn't eating, she wasn't drinking, she was just in a lot of pain. So hence she was still crying and break. So here is the amount of hair that came out from this process. It is really very, very encouraging. And so on this day, the next day, I decided to do my hair mats, and look at this yummy goodness. Oh my god, it looks so good. Like, it looks good enough to eat, but this is for the hair. So I actually have applied it to this particular section, and you can see the curl popping on those, that section of hair. The ringlets are all popping, and I just did it all over my head. At some point, the babies came calling, so I had to end, my recording and just get to attend to them. But overall, this was an amazing experience. I'm definitely loving mini braids as a protective style. I'm back in them again, and I don't know when I'm gonna do something else, but for now it's mini braid season, and I love it. So thank you so much for supporting my channel. If you're new on here, please subscribe, give us a like, and share with your friends. If you're a returning subscriber, you're really, really, really the real MVP. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for listening through. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and let me know in the comment section if you're experiencing hair loss or excessive shedding, or maybe baldness or bald patches on your scalp, and if you would like to try that tea mixture and see and observe to see the effect and how well it will work for you. I hope you find great results using this recipe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.